Hello, my friends, and welcome. It is time to wake up and Barca. Sevilla, Barcelona 1-1 draw. We're going to be doing a match review today. We'll be going over the stats. We'll give a little overview of what we saw. And of course, we'll be doing the good, the bad, and the Barca on today's episode of Wake Up and Barca. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe so you can be part of the conversation with Culers from around the world as we have a little bit of caffeine, wake up and start our day catching up on all the Barcelona news. And as I said, today is going to be a match review for Sevilla versus Barcelona. Before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and kick things off the right way, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
All right. Good morning and an early happy holidays to everyone. How we doing today? We'll get caught up on the chat real quick. Kudis, hello, good morning. Joseph, how we doing? Thushar, welcome back. It has been some time. Glad to see you in here. Kudis spinning circles. I don't know. What are we referring to? The music? I'm not sure. Not sure what we were talking about there. What we are going to talk about on this episode of Wake Up in Barca is the 1-1 draw, Sevilla and Barcelona. Pretty exciting match. If you were here for the live watch along, you know that this one had a lot of physicality. There was that red card to Jules Koundé for throwing the ball in Jordi Alba's face. It was pretty wild. I'm not sure what was going on in Jules Koundé's head. Maybe he was just having a bad day. But Jordi Alba playing some of the dark arts there, the crafty veteran, giving him a shoulder bump, and then Koundé just threw the ball in his face. It was kind of weird. Anyway, but prior to that, Papu Gomez scored. Sevilla had a clever corner kick. Poor marking from Barcelona, yes. Did we fall asleep? Yes, but it was a clever corner kick. Backdoor run, crossed on the ground. Papu Gomez slides it inside netting. I heard people immediately giving Ter Stegen some slack for that. He had 4 or 5 bodies in front of him. That's tough to see, and good placement. Good finish overall from Papu Gomez. And that was against the run of play, too. Barcelona were dominating possession, keeping the ball in the attacking midfield. Really, everything going well, going the Barcelona way. And then that goal snuck in, really put us off tilt for a few minutes. But then we were able to recover. And then Ronald Araujo answers the bell, scores from a corner kick, and started my prediction turning towards accurate. But then Gavi kind of ruined that for me by not putting in his header, which he did miss. It was after the red card. We're playing against a 10-man Sevilla at this point. Crossed in. Gavi could have headed it in on goal, but he just couldn't bring it down and on frame. So it remains at 1-1. And then shortly thereafter, like 3 minutes after, Dembele off the post. So we were this close. A quarter of an inch, Charlie, and it would have been in. So we were very close to getting the 2-1 win that I predicted. If we take a look at some of the stats, 23 shots on target. That's incredible, 23 shots in total. That's incredible, but only 7 on target. That's got to be better. Even with 7 shots, only putting 1 in the back of the net, that's not good either. So we got to improve the shooting accuracy. Possession, 59% possession away from home. I'll take that. 491 passes, a little bit less than what we saw in the previous couple matches, but still above average for most teams. So I'll take that. 85% passing accuracy. It's good, not great. I want that up around 89, 90%. That's what I'd like to see there. 13 fouls. I don't mind that. It's showing that we're physical. It's showing that we're in it. We're having some grit while we're playing out there. 3 yellow cards. Gavi and Busi both picking up yellows, which means they are going to be suspended for the next match. It's against Mallorca. I know there's no easy matches this year, but if we're going to have them out for a couple, it might as well be that. Plus, that match is not until January 2nd, so maybe we get Pedri, maybe we get Ansu back. We'll see what we got there. What else? 9 corners for Barcelona, including that one that Araujo scored, so very exciting stuff. Overall, like I said, Barcelona dominated this match. This was very true to Barcelona's identity. It was high pressure. It was winning the ball back in the midfield. I loved everything that I saw. Momentary lapse on the corner kick there, leading to the 1-1. So overall, I know we were hoping for 3 points. You could argue we should have gotten 3 points. But if you offer to draw a point away from home with the way things have been going this season, if you offered me that before the match started, I'd take it. And I think most Culers would feel the same way. So we'll pause right there. We'll get some thoughts. Up next, we are going to jump into the good, the bad, and the Barca. But first, I want to get some folks' thoughts, just an overview on the match, how we did so far. Joseph says, new to the channel. Well, cheers to you, sir. Glad you found us. How To Fizz says, you got to admit Ter Stegen isn't anywhere near what he was a couple of years ago. What do you think we will be getting in the transfer window for center forward position? We will get to that. We'll get to that at the end. We'll talk about some transfer rumors. Supposedly, even though every content creator and every journalist out there this week put out an article or a video saying Cavani deal is done, now you got to backtrack because apparently United are like, we don't really want Cavani to go for free, especially when he has 6 months left on his contract. And actually, now that we're thinking about it, we'd rather keep Cavani and sell Martial for a big, hefty fee. So we'll see what happens there. We do need a number 9. Cavani, Aubameyang, probably the 2 easiest to grab. They're past their prime, so it's not going to hinder the development of the young Hutla or anybody else that maybe comes in. But we need a number 9. We need a number 9 desperately. Right on, Joseph. Love right back at you. I'm also living in Ohio right now. Cincinnati. Anyway, back to this match. Let's keep our thoughts going on this match, and we're going to jump over and do the good, the bad, and the Barca here momentarily. And for those of you that are unfamiliar, here's what that looks like. The good, the bad, and the Barca. We talk a little overview, but we specifically talk about what was good about the match, what was bad about the match, and what was Barca. And what was Barca can be anything that is true to the Barcelona DNA. Sometimes it's a runner-up for the mustache man of the match. Sometimes it's something a little bit obscure, a little bit abstract, but it's always something Barcelona-worthy. And then, of course, the mustache man of the match, pretty self-explanatory. It's whoever the man of the match is for those results. So today we're going to be talking about Sevilla and Barcelona, and we'll be getting to that in just one moment here. Thrawn says, our front youngster Abde needs to keep his head up a bit more. Yes, Thrawn, if you were there watching the live watch along, I said that several times. Abde's got to pick his head up and get those crosses in. Levi, good morning, sir. How we doing? Good coffee. Good coffee today. Gotta tell you. All right. I think we are ready to start the good, the bad, and Le Barça, my friends. Let me get this window secured here. Move this over yonder. I think actually I can put this right here, and that works. Yes, indeed. Chang, no worries. No worries about being late. Levi says, did anyone else see Araujo randomly hit the ball out of the other side of the pitch for a throw-in? What the hell was that? I did see that. I called that out. I said that was one of the worst passes I've ever seen in a Blaugrana kit. That was quite terrible. Quite terrible. Okay, almost hit the space bar there. That could have been bad. Whee. All right, my friends. Sevilla 1, Barcelona 1. It is time to talk about the good, the bad, and the Barca. As we always do here, the good is something good from the match. The bad is something bad from the match. The Barca is something very Barcelona. Could be a player, could be something abstract, but it's something very Barcelona from the match. And then the mustache, man of the match. So let's go ahead and start out with the good. Barcelona have struggled to score from open play, and we know that. But what they've maybe struggled with more is scoring off of corner kicks. So for the second match in a row, the fact that we have been able to score off of a corner kick, I'm saying that the good news is that Barcelona can score off of corner kicks. Hukla in the last match, and then Araujo in this one against Sevilla. This one was a big goal right before halftime to tie things up, ended up being the only goal of the match. We'll take it. But what is good about this match is that Barcelona, and Xavi in particular, have figured out seemingly how to get goals from corners. So praise be that we now have that option, because I was tired of watching match after match get 7, 8, 9, 10 corners and not even come close to scoring. So very happy to see that we are now a threat on set pieces. So good is that we are scoring off of corner kicks. Now, speaking of scoring and our struggles, I pointed this out in the overview. We had 20-something shots, but only 7 on target. I think it was 23 shots, 7 on target. Not good enough. I appreciate the number of shots. The quantity is great, but we have to get more on target, and we have to get more past the keeper. So what was bad was our shooting accuracy overall. And even late in the match, last 10 minutes, we have Luke de Jong on there. I know that we have low expectations, but if we're not going to get crosses in for him to have an opportunity to get a header on frame, what are we putting him out there for? So the shooting accuracy, getting more on target, getting more past the keeper, and even you could throw in our crosses need to be more accurate there. Accuracy was bad on this one. Needs to be improved. But I'm liking everything that I'm seeing outside of that, which is why what was very Barca about this match was Xavi's tactics. He got it right, folks. You got to say he got it right. From kickoff, high pressure, winning the ball back in the midfield. And the way that he did that was by giving Busquets a little extra coverage. What he's doing with Alba right now, instead of keeping him all the way out wide on the wing, he's leaving that space for Abde. He's having Jordi Alba pinch in a little bit more into the midfield and help cover Busquets, so that when Barcelona do lose the ball, it's not Busquets going sideline to sideline trying to win it back. He's got Araujo on one side. He's got Jordi Alba on the other. The center backs are pinching up alongside Busquets, so we're keeping that defensive line and we're winning the ball back in midfield. Outside of that, we had opportunities. We just didn't put them in the back of the net. So Xavi set us up right. He got the tactics right. We looked like Barcelona. I was happy with everything that I saw. The goals will come, my friends. We'll get ourselves a proper number 9, and the goals will come. So Xavi and his tactics against Sevilla are very Barca for this match. Now, that leaves us with the man of the match. It's going to be pretty obvious. The goal scorer, the defensive rock in the back. He's been consistent all season long, and he's getting some big goals for us now. Ronald Araujo, the mustache man of the match. Congratulations, sir. Your first of the year. Like I said, he has been our best defender, our most consistent defender all season long, and getting that goal to level it before halftime was huge. Absolutely huge. Sorry, I just saw in the chat there what Levi said, man of the match to Koundé. He helped, but not really. Sevilla going down to 10 men didn't actually do anything for us. If anything, it made them kind of go into more of a bunker defense. So that's it right there, folks. The good was the fact that we are scoring off of corner kicks. The bad is our accuracy overall. We got to get more of those shots on target and more of those shots past the keeper. The Barca was Xavi and his tactics. He got it spot on for this one, traveling to Sevilla. And the mustache man of the match, not just for the goal, but for his defensive efforts throughout, Ronald Araujo. So let me get your thoughts, friends. If you're watching this live, I'll turn to the chat. We'll get caught up on the conversation. If you're watching this on replay, let me know down in the comments what you thought of the match. Kuda says the old bunker defense. Yep. Once you go down to 10 men, what are you going to do? What are you gonna do, you know? What else? Levi says, last night was our best performance under Xavi. I agree. Theron says, is Des injured or is Xavi not a fan of him? Both right now. If you believe the reports that are coming out, you'd have to say both. Ernest, good morning, sir. Levi says, the goal we conceded was a Trent corner on steroids. It was pretty clever. You got to give it to him. Theron says, to be honest, Dembele shouldn't be taking set pieces, in my opinion. He sometimes sends it into heaven. Listen, he's gotten us goals in the last 2 matches, and we have not scored off of set pieces outside of that. How To Vid says, can someone tell me the name of the episode where John does the Hot Ones challenge? If you just search Hot Ones on my channel, you'll find it. There's the full live stream, and then I think I clipped out the Da Bomb spice. It's so hot. So hot. I might do another one of those at some point, but that was taxing, to say the least. Chang says, won't be here Friday. Have to get an x-ray. We'll watch the stream on Saturday. Actually, I don't think I'm going to be here on Friday, folks. I might do a special holiday, something or other at some point, but I'm not going to schedule anything on Friday. It is Christmas Eve. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be with the family. So maybe we'll do a quick special on-the-go cell phone stream, but I'm not going to promise anything. So nothing's scheduled for Friday. We'll see what happens. Levi says, thought Luke de Jong would score. Yeah, it didn't happen. Vipula, good morning, says a striker in that game yesterday would have led us to 3-1 or just finishing our chances. Dembele hit the post. Gavi couldn't get his header on target. Kuda says, how many set pieces before this game have they scored in? So they scored in the game against Elche. Hukla scored off of a corner. But before that, I think we've scored off of 1 corner all season. I want to say it was Langley, and I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. That could be last year. So I would say 1 at the most before that. Referee, good morning. Theron says there's rumors saying that Haaland is interested in Barcelona. Yeah, we'll talk about that next. I want to wrap up this match review real quick. So to wrap up the match review, I want to just jump over to our starting 11 and substitutes. Overall, like I said, we already gave Araujo the mustache man of the match. Other notable performances, Busquets, again, I got to say it every match. He is outperforming my expectations. Some of that is Xavi getting the tactics right. As soon as Xavi came in, he said right off the bat, this is not a quote, but he said something along the lines of the fact, just kind of calling out that Busquets has been left out to dry tactically. He's been left in the midfield, covering sideline to sideline, and he's not capable of doing that at this point in his career. So Xavi comes in, fixes that. Happy to see Busquets playing well. Frankie de Jong also played well. He and Gavi, several times in this match, were able to get the ball in the defensive side of the midfield, turn and run through Sevilla's defense to create some counterattack opportunities. I haven't seen Barcelona have quick end-to-end counterattacks in years. So the fact that we have Gavi and de Jong in there looking to create those chances, love to see it. Hukla was good. He is a Barcelona number 9. He plays the role very well, but he needs more time to develop. We're seeing that. His touch needs a little bit of work. His finishing needs a little bit of work, but he is one for the future. 100%. I'm glad that he's getting some time. I'm glad that he's getting this experience. Speaking of youngsters, Abde also played well. He needs to pick his head up. Thrawn mentioned it earlier in the chat. I was talking about it during the live match. Abde can beat the defenders, but then it's the decision making. It's the composure. You got to get your head up. You got to find the next player. Defensively, I really don't have any complaints. Eric Garcia, I typically have something to say about him, but he was solid as well. Everybody played their role. Everybody did what was asked of them. Yes, a little slip up on the corner, but it was a clever set piece. You got to give it to him. Langley coming off the bench. I know we got some Langley haters in here, but Langley has been solid this year. Hasn't gotten a lot of playing time. He had a couple of starts in Champions League. I think maybe 1 start in La Liga. I would love to see Araujo and Langley get a chance to be a center back pairing once we have everybody healthy. I know we got to get Des back so Araujo can get out of that right back position, but that's what we're looking for. Nico came off the bench, didn't make a huge difference. He's showing that he is ready to step up and be part of this Barcelona team, and so I definitely appreciate that, but nothing outstanding from him coming off the bench in this one. Luke de Jong didn't get any chances. Once he came onto the pitch, Sevilla were in that bunker defense. We were not timing our runs into the box properly to get on the end of any potential crosses, and we weren't getting enough crosses in. So kind of a null factor from Luke de Jong there. Overall, I don't have any huge complaints. I think we played well. I think we dominated the match. I think that we are starting to right the ship in the direction that we want. So Xavi is getting us turned around, moving upwards in the La Liga table, which of course is where Barcelona want to be. So that is the match overview, the good, the bad, and the Barca from Sevilla 1, Barcelona 1. Again, let me know your thoughts on what happened, what you saw there. If I got anything wrong, let me know. What else we got here? Levi says, Alba always plays well against Sevilla. I'm just glad to see that Xavi has kind of stopped the endless get the ball to Jordi Alba, cross it in, oh, the cross gets blocked. Get the ball to Jordi Alba, cross it in, oh, the ball gets blocked. I'm just glad that that has kind of cooled a little bit. Vipula says, what are we going to do in January since two can't play, Busquets and Gavi, Nico and Pedri? Yeah, hopefully Pedri will be back. What I imagine will happen, we'll have De Jong in the holding role, then we'll have Nico come on. We could have Ricky Puig come in. We could have Pedri back. Ideally, we have Pedri back and we go De Jong, Nico, Pedri. That would be great. Another option, since it's going to be January, would be to have Dani Alves come in. That's a possibility. He's been playing center mid down in Brazil for the last couple of years. So, with Busquets suspended, with Gavi suspended, you might see, I'm going to assume, there's going to be De Jong and Nico, and then it's either going to be Puig or Pedri or Dani Alves if Pedri's not ready yet. He might get a chance over Ricky Puig. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Referee says, I do think Piqué and Busquets played their best game in the last 2 years. I don't know about that. I mean, they played well. I don't know about the best in their last 2 years, though. Referee says De Jong was okay, not as good as the others, in my opinion. Chang says Haaland prefers Madrid over Barca, according to Romano. I have not seen that. I've been following Romano quite a bit. I have not seen that. Levi asks, when is Roberto back? I think Roberto's out for some time. I think he had to have surgery. I think it was like 3 or 4 months, and that was a month ago, something like that. People says Alves can't play on January 2nd. My understanding is that he can play starting in January. Am I wrong about that? What is the rule? I thought that as soon as January opens up, we can register players. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about here, boys? What else? What else? We can talk about some transfer rumors. Let's just see what news we got going on. How about that? How about we go Barcelona news? See what we get coming up in the news here. Bayern Munich's Tolisso Roca offered to Barcelona. I don't think we need them. I think Marc Roca's a center back, right? I could be wrong about that. Tolisso, we don't... I guess we could use another defensive mid. I guess. It all comes down to whether or not we're going to keep letting if Xavi is going to keep letting Busquets play. Knowing that Busquets is not the future. Knowing that we're not going to win any major trophies this year, do we continue to let Busquets play? That's a big question. Xavi said, I'll have a sleepless night. Barcelona needed the win. That's not what Xavi said. I watched the interview. I saw the correct quote. Marca, garbage headlines. This is not what Xavi said. He didn't say, I'll have a sleepless night. Barcelona needed to win to be in Champions League places. That's not what he said. That is not what he said. He said, I'll have a sleepless night. We could have won that one, but he's happy with the performance. And we still, listen, we are climbing our way back. We are climbing our way back, my friends. All right, we're in 7th place right now, but it's tight. It's tight all the way up to Madrid. Well, I'll say up to Sevilla. We're probably not going to catch Sevilla anytime soon. They're 10 points up. So, yeah, it would have been big to get those 3. But we're 5 points out of the top 3. I'm okay with that. For the way that things have been going, like I said, 5 points out of top 3. we're going to get back into it. We're going to get back into it. You Stupid, good morning, sir. It says, can't wait for January, Lord willing. Levi says, Roca was an Espanyol player. Bitter rivals. I don't know if he'd want to come to Barcelona even in that case. Matthias says, Roca's a CDM. Okay, cool. Thank you for the correction. Yeah, Kessie and Zakaria are potentials, but there's going to be a lot of clubs looking at them in January and this summer. So it's going to be tough for Barcelona to lure them in. Georgie, good morning, sir. It says, Rayo at home will be big on the 1? Oh, the 19th. There we go. Okay. All the matches are big right now. Like, this really is the turning point for us. We're midway through the season. We're starting to get better tactically. Xavi's starting to have his influence, and we're seeing it during the performance of these matches. We need to get players back from injury, and we need a proper number 9. Absolutely need a proper number 9. But you got to say, if you're a Culers, we're feeling positive. We're feeling a little bit more positive about things. We're climbing our way up the table. We're starting to see some better results. We're not getting dominated in these matches. We're not looking outclassed and overwhelmed by our opponents right now. So that's good. That's nice. That's a good thing. Up next is for Barcelona is going to be Mallorca. We are traveling to Mallorca on Sunday, January 2nd. It's going to be an afternoon match. We will be live here for that one. Next week, we'll be doing Wake Up in Barca Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Friday's match will be a little match preview for that. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you give this a thumbs up. I do appreciate it. And my goal, I'm trying here. My goal is to get a transfer news video up. What I'll maybe try to do is have that ready for this weekend so I can debut that on Friday, and you guys can have that instead of Wake Up in Barca. But I'm not going to promise it. I try not to make promises with my uploads because life happens and things get in the way. You know what I'm saying? So you know that we're going to be here live for all the matches. You know we're here live for Wake Up in Barca every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The community continues to grow. The channel continues to grow, and it's because of the support of you all. So I love you all very much. I appreciate you tuning in for the Sevilla Barcelona match review, the good, the bad, and the Barca. Again, let me know your thoughts if you're watching this on replay. And that's going to do it for today, friends. So I will see you next time on the Undefeated channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. Love y'all. Mwah.